All right, let's get these weighed out. Got these Byrna kinetics, which should be 3.10 grams. Let's get these weighed out here for today's test. All right, first one is 312. Call it 310. Another 312. 312. 312. Okay, 15 rounds. 312. 314. 311. 311. 311. 312. 311. 312. All right. Basically anywhere from 311 to 314, I guess. All right, so we'll call that, I'm just going to call that 3.10. Okay, so we'll get these loaded up. I'm going to do 15 of those Byrna kinetics today, and we'll also do a mag of the Smasher by Less Than Lethal ballistics. The Smasher XLs. We'll do 5 of those as well on a separate CO2. All right, actually, we'll do 10 of those. I'll get 10 of those ready here. There's 5, there's 3, 4. All right, and these, just to confirm, these should be, I think they were 8.4, 8.5. 8.6 on that one. Yeah, 8.6. 8.6. 8.6. 8.6. 8.6. 8.6 basically. Or we can call it 8.5. I don't know. Either way, as long as we got consistency. I'll just call them 8.5, err on the side of caution and go lower. All right. So 8.5 smashers and Byrna kinetics. I keep saying kinetics. I don't know why I can't speak today. All right, so I'm going to repeat this test that I did the other day. I had a request in comments of my last video that it seemed like I was getting more magazines per CO2 in my LE than he was, so I'm going to confirm because that was an earlier video and I have been trying to do better with these video productions here and learning as I go. Not perfect, but trying not to get worse anyways. All right, so we'll be shooting later the Byrna LE. This is completely stock. The only thing I've done to this besides oil it quite a bit is I did switch out to one of these quick connections here. That's about it. So Byrna LE, we're going to do 3 magazines of the Byrna kinetics, polymer rounds, nylon rounds I think they are, and then we'll do these Less Than Lethal ballistics Smasher XLs and see what we can get out of that, and we'll see what feet per second we get on it, and we'll see what that yields. All right, so we're going to test today the Byrna LE, 3 mags, and we'll see if we can get all 3 mags in one CO2, 12 grams CO2. So we'll be testing that. 3 mags of the Byrna kinetics, 3.10 gram nylon kinetic rounds. And then once I'm done doing that, I'll switch out the CO2, put a fresh one in, and we'll do 2 magazines, or hopefully we'll get through 2 magazines of these less than lethal ballistics Smasher XLs, which are about 8.5 to 8.6 grams each. And we'll see what we get for feet per second, and then we'll figure out the math and see what we're getting for joules of kinetic energy. All right, let's see if I can put this in here. And let's see if I can get this. Sized up. All right, distance I'm shooting in this alleyway here in the basement is about 14 feet. I'll be standing behind the camera, and it's about 14 feet. I don't know what the exact temperature is down here, but I would say it's somewhere around between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit in the basement right over here. The finished basement on the other side of this wall is heated, but over here it's not heated, so it's probably about 65 to 68, I guess. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are in safety, so we're going to pre-pierce in safety. Sounds good, no leaks. All right, we're going to move to fire mode. And let me get my X-radar out here. And let's see how many of these we can get through. It's pretty loud in here, it echoes quite a bit, but let's see how this goes. All right, we stand back to a 14-foot mark. And let's see what we got here. .444 feet per second. .422. .406. .386 bullseye. That thing's still rolling around in there. .372. Oop, I'm sorry, I'm out. Just wasted that one. The last one was .372. That's one magazine. We are putting in second mag, same CO2. .362. .338. .328. .322, and that one's rolling back at me. .318. And that was all 5, so that's the second clip. Let's go with third clip. See how she does here. See how this baby does, huh? My first Byrna, I got 2 shots out of it and had to send it back to be replaced. This one came back, it's been shooting great. Took 3 weeks, which was kind of disappointing, but if they ended up sending me back the golden child here, I'm going to be thrilled. All right, this is the third magazine. .326. .314. Hopefully the camera is, yeah, .314. .308. .298. .288. And it looks like I'm out. I mean, what did I say the last one was? 288? Yeah, I probably still have gas in here. Let me throw some more. I have some more here in the drawer that I dug out of the trap. Let's try a fourth magazine here. And let's see what we can get out of this fourth magazine. All right, so there's another one, Byrna Connects, another 5 rounds. Let's see what we get here. Yes, again, we'll do the chrono. Let me back up a little bit. .308. 300. .288. Those are steel targets, so I'm totally expecting some of these rounds are going to be chipped and damaged. If I'm hitting them, that is. .286. I think I got one more in here. Whoa! Holy cow, man, that came right back at me. Just missed my face. Holy shit. .282. Wow, that was crazy. All right, that last round was, still had a lot of energy. Bounced right off there and came flying at me. I think I'm satisfied there. Last round, 282. I don't know. Should I keep going until this thing runs out of gas, or I apparently get nailed in the face with a ricochet? Let's see how it goes. All right, 5 more. This is going to be the 5th magazine. Oh, wow, I actually got a round that has paint on it. Okay. Where'd that thing go? Holy cow, these things... That was way too exciting for my blood. That thing went freaking flying back at me. All right. I gotta go to the dentist on Wednesday. They would have loved me coming in there with a chipped tooth. Anyways, all right, I'm just gonna see. I don't know if this whole clip's gonna go off or not, but matter of fact, I'm gonna shoot into the backing instead of trying for the targets, because that was a little scary. .304. Again, this is the 5th mag. .288. .278. .266. .258. It's feeling pretty weak now. And that was it. That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. All right. Okay. What I'm going to do now is, while I'm loading these up, let me see if I let this cool off or warm up a little bit. While I'm loading these smashers. Smasher XLs. 8.5 to 8.6 grams. We're just going to do 2 clips of these. That's all I brought downstairs was for these. So, plus these are over twice as heavy, so I'm expecting it's going to use a lot more gas just to propel these. So let's see here. All right, let's put some gas in there. And yeah, that one of those kinetics went whizzing by my face, literally, like almost gave me a shave. I mean, I need a shave, but holy crap, that was a little closer than I wanted, a little closer than I would like, anyways. All right, what we got here? Let's do the puncture, pre-puncture on safety. Sounds good. All right, let's go to fire mode. We're all set on fire. Let's see what we got for these. You know what, let me put this box in front of my water line so if something comes flying back, it doesn't hit anything. Should have done that before, but now that I get the heavy rounds. All right, so this is going to be the first mag of 2 mags that I'm going to run through with the Smasher XLs. And here we go. Whew. 218. That's some power, though. I'll tell you, that would hurt. 204. 190. Somebody's trying to call. I don't know if that's going to stop this recording or not. No, I guess it didn't stop. Freaking people. All right. Here we go. 188. I think I got one more round in this mag. 180. All right. Let's go with mag number 2. Smasher XLs. Here we go. 174. 166. 160. 160. And I think I'm out. Oh, no joking. I didn't count right. Okay, I'm definitely out now. Yeah. All right, that's it. Work the math out, update the video. But that's all she wrote. All she wrote. Ooh, okay. All right. Come back upstairs into the office here. And I have the results. The numbers here, the results from the testing downstairs. All right, so approximate temperature, I don't know for sure, but I'd say 60. Let's just go with 65 Fahrenheit. Stock everything on this Byrna LE using the Byrna kinetics 3.10 gram rounds. The goal was to get, I guess, at least 3 magazines. I ended up getting, I think, 5, if I'm not mistaken, or yeah, at least 4 anyways. All right, so we started off at 444 feet per second. Definitely going to be the hot shot right there. 28.38 joules. And then we got 322, 406, so 25.64, 23.73 joules, 386, 21.45 joules, 372, and so on. You can see the numbers there. I don't want to bore you with my voice here. All the way down. Yeah, so I think we got 5 mags. I mean, that's what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 25 shots. Yeah, so that's all 5 magazines then. Okay, so I didn't miss a chronograph on any of them. Of course, I got that bloody crazy shot there at the end. I think the last one, 258, or maybe it was the second to the last one that went whizzing right by my right by my face. That was exciting. All right, so the hot shot with the Byrna rounds was 444 feet per second, 28.38 joules. That's pretty cool, I think. I mean, that sounds pretty good, right? Certainly much better than the outcome of the Smasher XLs, the heavier round. It looks like maybe the sweet spot for this gun may be right around 3 grams, maybe no more than 6 grams. I'll have to test something in between. Maybe I can find something that's around 4 to 6 grams. But these 8.6 Smasher XLs, they're doing, I don't know, this time around, 10 rounds, it didn't do as good as the first time I was playing around with them. 218 feet per second was the hot shot here, and 18.98 joules is what it calculated on the app that I've been using. And then obviously going down from there. Of course, they felt like they were hitting hard though. So with that extra weight, going into that target, they definitely felt stronger. So, but I'm surprised because I would have thought the joules would have been higher. Honestly, I would have thought they would have been back asswards here, right? I would have figured we'd get a lot less than 28 using the light rounds, and then I figured we would maybe get 28, which I think I was pretty close. I was like 26 joules the first time I used the Smashers. I'll have to look back at the other video, but anyways, I don't want to keep this much longer. Hopefully this is of some help. Yeah, I got 5 magazines, starting as high as, with the Byrna kinetics, starting as high as 28 joules, and we ended, obviously in the tank, 9.5 joules. But yeah, maybe I got the Byrna from, like I said, the Golden Child or something. Maybe they were so embarrassed that the brand new Byrna that I got from them only fired twice, and then gassed out. Maybe they did something special. I don't know. Maybe Santa made that Byrna LE. Maybe Santa's elves. Maybe they're making Byrnas now. Here's the results from the test I did like last week, whenever the hell it was there. It's only getting 390 was my hot shot, 390 at 21.9 joules. And then the Smashes were definitely getting higher. Yeah, 27.84 joules for that last test. What's different? Whew, you couldn't tell me. I mean, I used 1 CO2 during this test from last week's test, and I started off with the heavy stuff naturally, and then after I did 5 rounds, I moved on to the Byrna kinetics, and yeah, so I didn't record everything from last week. So hopefully this is some help to you, and yeah, peace out, brothers.